Hey everyone, welcome. It's Steve. I'm going to do an unboxing review of the, I think you pronounce it Shenzhen YePlus Technologies 360 degree panoramic driving recorder, which is basically a camera that captures in 360 degrees. Let's open up the box and see what we have. Looks like some, I guess those would be kind of like warning stickers, like, you know, hey, you're being recorded, watch out. All right, so that's cool. And then let's see, we have, if I had to guess, it's probably a mounting plate. That something's gonna, like the adhesive on the back, and something's gonna sit in that little saddle right there. And this is the camera body, wrapped in the nice plastic here. And then, ooh, look at that, pretty cool. All right. Let's see, we have some ports here. We've got the micro USB, which I would think would either be for downloading and or charging. We've got this little round port here, which I believe is for the additional rear mounted camera that you can have. I've got a little micro SD card port there. And there's a camera lens. And let's see, what else? Well, I guess we'll see as we get a little further into this. All right, what else is in the box? This little plastic tray comes out. I've got dear valued customer, kind of a Amazon thank you card. I think it says something about you could get something else if you follow that QR code there. A very long power cord, which is great because when you think about it, if you're gonna put your cigarette lighter adapter in, you're going to probably want to route your cord around the the long ways around your windshield to get to where the camera's sitting. So anyway, so plenty long there. That's nice. Some little adhesive backed I guess you could call them like cable guides, like little round hooks where you put the cable in to kind of dress the cable up neat. And then lastly is the user guide. All right, looks like it's written in both, I don't read Chinese, but if I had to guess, it's probably what it is. And then if you go about midway back, it switches to English. So I'll be obviously reading the English portion of the manual. All right, so let's start putting this thing through the paces and see what we have. So you get this thing, you take it out of the box, you see that one lens right there, and you're like, well, how's that going to work? Well, you have to understand that it's working on kind of the principle of fiber optics. So what happens is you read the instructions and it says to mount it as high as possible on your windshield, kind of somewhere either to the left or right of your mirror. So I've mounted it up here like that, and it works pretty good. The way that it works, though, is that the lens is a fisheye lens, which actually points down. I know that seems kind of counterintuitive, but what's happening is if you think of that lens as like a cornea, light is coming in from all different angles, the front, the back, the sides, and even, of course, obviously, from underneath, and it's all culminating onto the sensor. And what you end up with is this panoramic or 360 degree recording of all angles. So I'll show you what that looks like on the app in just a few minutes. Just a few features to note on the device itself. It does have a spot for the power. It does come with a very long power cord. Now I actually kind of was lazy and just ran it up to the mirror and then over to where I wanted to mount it. But it actually gives you enough so that you could actually go around all the corners of your dash and then dress it up neatly. And it does actually come with some clips in the box. It comes with about 4 or 5 clips there that you can use to help dress up the cable really neatly. Anyway, also it does have a memory slot. Now you will need, let me see if I can get a good shot of that for you. Right there next to my thumb, there's a memory slot. You will need an SD card. It doesn't come with one. That little port right there is for an additional optional backup. I'm sorry, not backup, rear view camera. And as you'll see when I show you the video, is that it does a really good job of capturing stuff in front of you and to the sides of you, but to a lesser extent in the back. Although if I was a professional driver, it does a great job of recording what's going on behind the driver's seat. All right, and so then there's the mount. Now the reason I'm bothering to tell you about the mounting is because you only get one shot. Basically, it's a peel and stick mounting saddle, and once you've taken that sticky back off of there and put it on there, it's not likely you're going to be able to easily remove it. So notice how when it's mounted, the fisheye lens is actually just pointing straight down. That's the way you want it. I know it seems weird, like, well, why isn't it pointed straight to the road? That's not the way it works. The bow or the convex of the lens is what allows it to capture the light coming from all the different directions. All right, so let's take a little spin and I'll show you what that looks like on video when it's done. All right, now that I've started the vehicle, there's a few other things I wanted to show you. So it only operates when power is applied. There doesn't seem to be any kind of battery function that I've noticed so far. Anyway, the 3 buttons on the left is a record on and off, although it normally will start recording the minute you start it up. So see how it's flashing blue for record? That happens on its own as soon as it gets power. And then after a few minutes, the GPS light will light up, indicating that it's got GPS. I suspect that's going to play into some other feature in the app that we'll see later on. The little microphone mute, that is basically just what that is, the ability to shut off the microphone recording. And the SOS freezes the recording. Because the recording's set up to snake eats its tail, meaning that it circles back and writes on top of the old memory, the SOS will freeze the recording so that you don't lose anything. All right, so I'm going to put it up in its perch and we'll take a little drive. All right, so I did a little bit of driving. You'll need to get this app called VC. You'll see it in the App Store. And then when it starts up, it's showing me the actual device, which I guess it is recording at the moment. I thought I shut off the recording. Let's see, so I want to go to my files, and let's see, I think this would probably be, I think this would be my latest file right here. Let's see, okay, yeah, so that's me driving right there. Alright, so you can see the 360 degree, well, it's showing you from 4 different angles, which are all connected, and then if you click this little panel icon here, you get some different views. So for instance, you can see, I guess that's kind of like the straight down view. Let's see, you can click on the double window view, which is front and back. I could see where that would be extremely handy if you were a professional driver. Let's see, you can do this circle one, which gives you kind of this infinite kind of perspective, which is pretty cool. All right, so this is different views you can get. You can also, I believe, download. Yeah, so once when you're looking at the video, you can actually click on the download, and then you can download the image so that you can save it. All right, so some really cool possibilities there for capturing all that information and saving it. Again, I think if you were a professional driver, this would almost be like a must-have item. All right, hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching.